Today, I want to share with you some very simple and achievable steps you can take in order to feel better and achieve more. Now, for me, I needed to spend more time going within myself in order to feel better. This may not be the case for you. Back in the day, I spent lots of time going out into the world. I feverishly threw myself at the mountains. I was a high performance rock climber. I was out there meeting people, talking to people. I didn't spend a lot of time with myself in stillness, maybe in reflection, all those kinds of more therapeutic or spiritual ways of being. I didn't do that. So for me, I needed to spend time going within. For other people, it's going to be about getting out there. Right? So generally, what you want to do if you want to feel better and achieve more, you want to do more of the thing that will get you what you want. So the first thing you have to decide is, what do you want? Do you want to feel better? Great. Do you want to achieve more? Perfect. Decide which one of those you want to address first and do more of the thing that will get you what you want. How do you feel better? It's usually not from doing more, right? How to feel better, generally speaking, has to do with navigating and understanding ourselves, then taking certain actions that are informed by that understanding. I'll give two really simple examples from a person who studies psychology. I'm a psychotherapist. I've been doing it for 20 years. I have tens of thousands of hours working with people and doing a lot of self-reflection. Generally, people who are angry usually have a hard time being vulnerable, generally. People that are angry, they have a hard time being sad. Sadness is more of a vulnerable state, you could say, in a lot of ways. And people that are angry and kind of put themselves out there, oftentimes is a way to protect yourself, right? So oftentimes people that are angry, when I work with them on how to be vulnerable and how to be tender, and how they lost that trust in the world or in themselves that they had to defend or kind of put their energy out in order to protect themselves. Generally, right? People that are sad or depressed or suffer from depression usually have a hard time getting angry. It's kind of interesting because as psychologists, when people that are really sad or really depressed get angry, we feel a little bit excited about that because there's energy being generated, right? So if what they want is to feel better, people that are sad or suffering from depression, we want to get energy moving, right? And anger sometimes is a nice stepping stone, oftentimes, to getting them to feel better and break out of that state of stagnancy, right? So if you want to feel better, do more of the thing that'll get you what you want. If you want to feel better generally with your emotions, if you want to feel happy, if you don't want to feel sad, look at how you want to feel and how you're feeling now. And look at the journey between those two pieces. I'll give an example. If you're feeling really sad and unfulfilled and depressed is kind of a stagnant energy, do things that are going to shake up your system, right? And that has to do with, again, going within, knowing that you're feeling sad, knowing that you're feeling down, depressed, a loss, whatever it is, and then let that inform what you do outside. Our transformation is all about being informed by the inner world and taking an action out into the outer world. It's an interface between inner and outer, right? And let's say if you're feeling really angry and irritated and reactive, this is great. Again, use that example that my example around anger, right? So look for yourself how your reaction serves you to keep you from being vulnerable and to keep you from being seen or maybe even being hurt. It might even keep you from actually being understood. Fascinating, huh? So again, the interface of inside, outside. Get connected with ourselves, and then here's the third thing that you can do. You can get connected with yourself and then get connected with others out there. If you're suffering from loneliness or sadness, find a way to get connected with yourself by watching videos like this, by being self-reflective, by getting some professional help if you feel like that would be helpful, and then get connected out there in the world. Put yourself out there in a vulnerable, transparent way that people can actually get connected to you. I'm just remembering this story of how I worked with a gentleman in a workshop, and he stood up and he said, "I just don't feel like anyone understands me. I don't feel like anyone sees me. I don't feel like anyone really gets me." And I said, "Got it. How much are you allowing yourself to be gotten, to being understood? How much are you revealing parts of yourself that you want to actually be seen and understood?" And he said, I don't know. And I said, great, let's do that right now. And he kind of like took a deep breath and gulped and wanted to sit back. I was like, don't sit down. You got this. You got this. So we worked through it, and I just had him lead him through a simple exercise of, without saying any words, allowing himself to be vulnerable in the way that felt right to him, and then and everyone else in the room, of course, was very eager to connect and see with him and understand there's a lot of love in the room. And I just had him look at everyone that he could see in the room, and with each person he hovered and was, in his own way, vulnerable in a way that he allowed himself to be connected. Now, again, you could use this exercise just with a friend. Well, it might be awkward with a friend, but somebody that you really trust, like a dear friend, probably better with a romantic partner. There might be a moment of awkwardness even with them, but to allow yourself to be seen and connected without saying any words, and to reveal something about yourself just by making eye contact with someone. That's kind of what I strive to do with you here, right? Try that and see how well you can feel connection and feel understood without having to use words or story or context. So these are some tips on how you can feel better and get more of what you want. I hope you enjoyed it. Click like or subscribe if you enjoyed it. Thank you.